Okay, SMT divergences, what are they and how are we going to use them? I'm making this video primarily because when I was first learning this a few months ago, it took me like dead ass forever. Like I think 2, 3 weeks before I even used it live of just back testing and watching YouTube videos because I couldn't grasp it for some reason. And now that I know it, I mean it's really basic. I still don't know why it took me so long to learn this, but I think that's just me. But if you are in the same place where you're just trying to figure out what it is but you can't, or you're just learning how to use them, hoping this video would be like the only one you'd watch and then you'd figure it out without having to go through 50 other people explaining this before you actually get it. So that's the main goal that I have right here. So SMT divergences, I'm gonna go over what they are, how to use them, and then I'm gonna give like two examples of a bullish and bearish one on the actual charts. So let's just dive right into it. The general idea of SMTs is you're comparing the highs and lows on two different indexes. For me, I use indexes. I've heard of people using it on Forex and like even with crypto, but personally, I'd say stay away from that. But if you're not going to stay away from it, you could try. I've heard of it working on GBP USD and Euro USD for Forex, and then Bitcoin and ETH. Also, you can compare those two for this, but that's your own risk. Like you have to backtest that, figure that out because I've never backtested on anything other than NQ and ES, which is what a lot of people use it on. That's what I use SMTs for, and those are also the only two indexes that I trade. So let me dive right into it. Basically, you're comparing highs and lows on two different indexes, right? So for instance, this is what almost everyone does. This is what I do. It's NQ and ES. All right, so Nasdaq and the S&P 500. So imagine that NQ, right, is going like this. We're going boom, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, and then it does whatever the hell it wants to do. ES though, let's say we're going over here, higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low, and then just doing whatever the hell we want to. All right, actually, I'm just draw this out here to not confuse you guys. And then just here, and then whatever. All right. So the general idea, right, is that you need to find the index that's lagging behind the other. Now, you can see right here, obviously, NQ is still balling out, doing what it wants to do, right? Making higher highs and higher lows. ES, although, like already basically, came up here, came down, and then made a lower high on the second high right here. So basically, right here is a lower high, and right here is a higher high. Okay? This is an SMT divergence between these two highs. Okay? You can see that NQ made a higher high while ES made a lower high on that high. So this would signal that price, this is a bearish uh, SMT divergence. This is bearish SMT basically, meaning that price somewhere around here, where whatever it's doing soon, it's going to go like this. All right, down here, down here. Now the whole point of SMT is to figure out when this down or up move is coming. All right, get rid of this real quick. God, I forgot where I just left off on. Yeah, so this is a bearish SMT. Now bullish ones would be the lows. Okay, so let's get rid of all this. A bullish SMT would be comparing the lows. So anything that happens at the high with SMTs doesn't matter if NQ makes a higher high or lower high than ES or other way around, ES makes a higher high or lower high than NQ. No matter what, if it's the highs, it's going to be bearish. All right. Bullish ones though, we're going to be doing the lows. Okay? Price is coming down, all right? Boom, 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 boom. Okay? While on ES, it's going boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now, obviously, in this scenario, ES is the one lagging behind because NQ's already decided, right? We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. Okay. So on this third low, it's a higher low. While on ES right here, you can see lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. It never makes a higher low. So right here, this would be your SMT divergence would be between these lows right here. Because you can see NQ makes a higher low on this low, ES makes a lower low. Okay, because these are the lows, that means that you can expect a pretty big up move on both of these indexes. And if you're trading, probably you put your trade in on ES because it still hasn't switched structure. Basically, well, it's not preparing to switch structure. All right. This would be a bullish SMT. So again, let me just draw this out for you. Bullish SMTs would be comparing the lows, while bearish ones would be comparing the highs. Okay, so bearish is highs, bullish is low. Just think of this as support and resistance, right? If it's at the highs, just pretend this is like, think of it as resistance, right? It isn't resistance, so not to confuse you there, but just pretend that if it's at the highs, it's going to go down at some point once this is made. If it's at the lows, it's going to go up at some point very soon, obviously, once it's made. So now let's go to the charts and I'll give you guys a few examples from earlier this week. And there's also one trade that I did take off of this that was pretty crazy. And I want to show as well on how well SMTs work. So we're going to come over here and let me open up this and then go on. Yeah, okay, perfect. It's already set up. Oh, I'll actually get to that. That was a trade from earlier. But let's come over here. Okay. See if we can find a SMT. Right here, maybe. Nope. Okay. Right here. This is perfect. No, it's not perfect, actually. That is SMT, but it didn't really do much. Oh, I'll just come back to this example. I took this trade a few days ago. I think it was on Thursday. Oh, fuck. Before I get into this, the lowest time frame I'll ever go to find SMTs is the 5 minute. I don't know why I was just on the 1 minute, but the 5 minute is definitely the lowest time frame where I would be finding these. Let's come over here. Where the hell is it? Right here. Okay. So I actually took this trade earlier this week. I think, yeah, it was Thursday. Okay. So right here, you can see. I'm gonna bring it down here as well. All right, so right here, you can see. On the left-hand side, we have NQ. On the right-hand side, we have ES. All right, you can see here with these lows, all right, right here, I have a line on the other side as well to where my cursor is at on this side, so you can see. Right here, you can see this low. I'll actually start off here. You can see this low right here. Came through this low, price came up. On NQ, we swept this low, we made a lower low, while on ES, we never swept this liquidity down here. All we did was make a higher low. So on NQ, we have a lower low, while on ES, we have a higher low. Since these are the lows that changed, okay, I'm gonna mark it out right here on NQ. This is a bullish SMT. Okay, now this happened pre-market. Yeah, this happened pre-market right before market open. Right here, this signals that price is probably going to go up within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Now, how are we going to catch a trade off this? Now, how I did it was, this is pretty like close to turtle soup, but fair value gap after the SMT came here. All I did was pull out right here. Bro, am I stupid? Oh, right here. Okay. Right here. Boom, to find resting liquidity. Oh wait, I took it on ES. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Resting liquidity was right here. And then my position was this stop loss right there. And then I targeted this high right up there. And then this is the trade that I had, right? Took 2 candles, 10 minutes, and made 30 points on NQ in 10 minutes off an SMT and something as simple as a fair value gap, right? Except now, also, I want to say this SMT is literally, it does not matter what shows up with an SMT. If it doesn't align with your daily bias, it's probably not going to work out. Now, my daily bias is obviously bullish. I'm pretty sure a lot of people's were this day just solely because of how much price has been dropping the past few weeks and then around here earlier. Also, there was a lot of chop. There's also with momentum a bunch of things. But anyway, bias is bullish, matched up with my bias. Okay, there you go. Confirmation one. Bullish fair value gap confirmation two. Resting liquidity was in a good zone, plus his fair value gap was getting respected. Right here, right here, right here. Comes back down for the retest into it. So obviously I'm going to take a trade off of it. I did, and I won. Okay. Now you could have obviously probably targeted liquidity way up here and still won this, but I don't trade that. I mean, I don't take trades that risky. So yeah, but this is still a decent trade. Three risk to reward ratio is a 3.08, so basically just a three. This is a good trade. Now an example of a bearish SMT. I'm gonna have to find this because I have not took any shorts recently with that included an SMT. So let's just come over here. Maybe I'll find one. Over here, and then let's see. Am I in the same place? I just, bro, where the fuck? Here, okay. So let's see if we can find something going on over here. Let's see. Okay, so absolutely nothing. Okay. Now what about right here? My bad that this is taking so long. You can skip the video until I find it because this is probably going to take me like a minute or two. Um, Almost. Okay, there's probably one in here. Fuck, I'm actually, dude, what? Let's see. Oh, no. Alright, I hate to whip out an indicator, but I'm just gonna do this so I can find it faster. Fuck me. Oh, okay. Right here. So you can see right here, this is an example of a bearish SMT, right? We're on NASDAQ right here. You can see with these highs right here, NASDAQ makes a higher high compared to this one here, okay? Comes down, makes a lower high. All right. Now, with ES though, comes up here, makes a higher high, comes over here and makes a higher high instead of a lower high. So now this would be the SMT divergence right here. Because it's with the highs, right? This would be a bearish SMT diversion. Now, I'm not gonna, let's see, there might be a trade here, but honestly, this is more of like just signaling like if price is gonna go in your direction. So just use this as a confluence. Don't just see an SMT divergence and go, oh my God, I need to enter the trade. No. Okay, it's not like that. It's just the confluence. All right. So if you're already finding entries and stuff, this is just another thing to be like, okay, price is going in the direction that I want to go. So let's say I want to go short in this instance and I see a bearish SMT. That's just another confluence of, oh, this trade is probably going to work my way. All right. So yeah, this would be a bearish one. What happens when it shows up? Boom, huge dump. Okay. And that's about it. That's just the basics of SMT divergences. Now, this took me personally a lot of back testing to figure out, but eventually I got it, started using it live, and my win rate, I'm pretty sure, before I did this, it was at like 60, it was in the 60s, and it's what brought my win rate up to like in the 70s, like low 70s, 71, 72-ish percent for my strategy. It brought my win rate up like 5 6%. Like it was not, it was really good confluence. Okay, so yeah, when you're using this, before you use it, back test. Now, again, remember, it has to align with your daily bias. Do not use an SMT if it doesn't align with your daily biases. If everything else in your strategy is saying to go long, but then there's an SMT that signaling bearish movement, but your daily bias is also bullish, why the fuck would you take that trade? Like that just doesn't make sense, right? Do not like don't alter your entire bias just because you see an SMT that's telling you something other than your bias. All right, and then again, the lowest time frame you want to go for this is 5 minutes. Now, you can also find them on the hourly and any other time frame above 5 minute. Personally, I stick with the 5 minute for this. Sometimes 15 minute, but yeah, that's about it. Back test it before you actually go out and start trading it because if you watch this video and go like, "Oh, I know it," and then go live, you'll probably lose a bunch of money. So please back test this before you do it. And yeah, I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.